I think the more we discover things in life, the more we have a lot of time to save, right? For example, today I was working on this AI agent that is probably gonna save me a lot of time, right? So imagine having someone sit down and admit to you that I've wasted my years, right? I've spent plenty of years trying to learn golf. Dedicated all these 15 years learning about my swing, my hip, my ball contact, my handles, and all of that. And it took me 15 years, and I still couldn't break 90 or 80. That wouldn't be nice to him to say, right? So they probably cover it up and say, no, you definitely need 15 years. So I like to learn. I like to understand why things are currently the way they are in society, right? And if you look at these things, you find out we're actually doing more things completely wrong, right? That's why they're taking more years and years. So just bringing my gaze into experience, right? So what does it mean to be experienced in something? Currently, the way you know about is you have been doing the certain job or you have been practicing a certain craft for 15 years, right? And then we just stop there. We don't go further and say, okay, in that 15 years, how were you practicing that craft? How were you playing that game? We never go there because if you go there, we might actually find that for all that 15 years, you've been doing it wrong, completely wrong, right? We always leave it at the base surface level, repeating a certain task for a number of years, right? Doing the same thing, repeating, practicing. And then after practicing for 15 years, I can come to you and say, I have 15 years of experience. So my supervisor would tell me that a lot of people would repeat 1 year 15 times, right? So you've actually repeated 1 year worth of experience 15 times. That's gonna be 15 years instead of having an actual 15 years of experience, right? So currently, the way we do things is we repeat, we make it a habit, right? And it always becomes the habit, always becomes the hobby, right? So me trying to learn, I'm always trying to find out why most people have accumulated all of this information. Practically having that information, you would have gotten an experience in 6 months than 15 years. And then I stumble upon something that is called information is not equal to a skill or is not equal to a knowing. So having information and knowing by heart is completely two different things. So I've been studying mastery. I'm currently learning golf, and the perception that I got from people is it's difficult, it takes time, I'm gonna need years and years and years. But then me trying to learn, I don't want 15 years, right? Who wants 15 years learning something? I mean, I want to do it in 1 year, bro. Like, what is it that can I just ignore in this craft and only pick 2 or 3 things that are gonna get me there in the next goal in probably 1 or 2 years? Honestly, these are the questions that you will never hear anyone saying because most people are trying to know, right? They want more information, more and more and more. What else do I need to know? What more do I need to know? It's never about what else do I need to discard, right? What else do I need to get rid of before I even touch this practice, this field, this sport, this game, this job? If I want to be great in 6 months, what is it that I need to discard? What is that going to get me to the next step quickly? It never gets to those questions. I don't want to gain any experience. Gaining experience feels redundant. I feel like it weighs a lot of weights on your shoulders, right? So I just want to understand what it is that I need to discover, which will make me ignore almost everything else, right? Everything else is always secondary. There's always two or three things that you need to know to get to the next step. A lot of time, right? So